Kimball, get over here! Yeah, doctor, do something! Unlock me! Unlock me! Doctor, do something! Unlock me! Unlock me! Yeah. Hang in there, gonna be okay. Hang in there, gonna be okay. Me. Oh, shit. Kimball! Kimball, get over here! Yeah, doctor, do something! Unlock me! Kimball! Kimball, get over here! Yeah, doctor, do something! Unlock me! Unlock me! Yeah. Hang in there, gonna be okay. Be okay. What the hell was that? 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 Give me a hand with the fan. What the hell is you? Come on, give me a hand with the fan.
Is that necessary? Little minor laser rot on side 1 CAV. A little minor laser rot on it. I think side 2, maybe side 3 may just be a little better. But yeah, this pressing is like 30 years, something like 30 years old, or just a little over 30 years. So the laser rot on it, was there since it was produced. Other pressings, maybe Japan pressings would be different, but then they're going to have those annoying bloody Japanese subtitles. Taiwan AC3 Laserdisc would have subtitles on it, but in English, but that's rare and that's very, very, very hard to find. But just running it through the DSU, the DTS NeuroX on one of several theatre modes, just the typical LCR and the surround and multi-surround array, but got multi-surround array muted, just so I could just focus on the it's pretty dynamic range. Picture, colour, it looks about say similar maybe to the other small disc formats. There's certain things that I'm not going to spin the other discs. I've already watched those, listened to those. I think does it go up to 40,000 frame, or just a little over 40,000 frame? It depends on the critical of the laser rot. Does it get a little bit sort of like does it increase a little bit slightly where the laser's trying to get to the outside of the disc, and is it going to cause any skipping? But it's not affecting the PCM. I haven't got the other processor turned on, so I'm not monitoring the analog track to see if there's any kind of sort of noises on the analog track. Usually, if it gets really critical, laser rot, get little spitting sounds on the PCM, digital PCM. Let's just see. Oh, hang on. Has it got this? The colour. The colour's okay. What's the picture freeze like on CAV? Sorry, CAV. Yeah, it's not too bad. Doesn't look as dire as that Blu-ray did. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. It didn't look like high definition. It looked like Chinese definition in 100p or something. It was absolutely awful. This Laserdisc it's holding out. It's sort of holding out there. And other details in the image that I could see look okay until I see something that looks sort of video of a very, very, very video artifact. I think it's got to be coming up to a disc change here, because it's coming up to 40,000 frame. Yeah, I'm going to do a manual. I'll do a manual turnover. Yeah, tiny, yeah, again, there's a tiny little bit of laser rot on side 2. It's tiny little bit. But it's not as bad as medium. I would say it's fair laser rot. I would say it's somewhere in the fair, but it's got interference over the image. You know, you think, well, what's going on? But no, it's okay. It's running. As for colour and actual, yeah, they should cut that scene in the movie. It looks gross. Yeah, what the fuck? I don't need to see that. It's worse than bloody Ridley Scott's bloody Alien. I don't need to see that. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for other colouring. Oh yeah, particularly the helicopter bit, but where they get into the helicopter. What chapters that might be in the next chapter. Now, if I digital freeze that, you know, you get digital artifacts like anything circular, it's going to look stepping. That's like how it looked on that god awful bloody Blu-ray. God Almighty, that was awful. If I'm seeing that in the UK, they'll be seeing that in the USA. It's not too bad. It's just the laser rot. I don't care about the laser rot. I don't really care about it. I don't care about the laser rot. I don't care. Hang on. Oh, he's got a bottle of water. That bottle of water looks pretty realistic. Yeah, it looks pretty realistic. You don't want to know about the bottled water, really, or even the tap water. Oh no. What about that CB radio on that table? Though I can't pause it, though the definition on the image is a fraction slightly lower, so some of the detail would look a little bit not very focused, because they're mostly focusing on what's the focus like on that? Is it middle, foreground? The very background is slightly fraction out of focus, so yeah, but it's definitely a Cobra CV radio. I could spot one of them any time of the day. Just don't know which model number it is.
Sometime. Sam, what?
Attaboy. We just got a call from Harris Community Hospital. The wounded guard swears he saw Kimball right outside the emergency room.
Well, that's hot.
And an ambulance is missing.
Where the hell's he going in an ambulance?
What's this helicopter look like? Let's have a look at this helicopter. I'm not going to get a perfect freeze, but I can see just a typical bit of Moriarty rainbow in the image colour, but if this were high definition on Laserdisc back in the day with Dolby Digital sound, I would say that image would look a little bit a lot better than that god awful crappy UHD crappy 4K format, because that looked like fucking George Lucas been going to work on bloody spray. That looks a little bit video noisy there because of the colour background of the sky, and they're not balancing the level out there slightly there. I think that had a bit of an issue on the DVD and the other disc formats. They looked a little bit out of place with the natural colour world. But playing it, you know, Dolby Stereo, this would be like Dolby Stereo SR, wouldn't it? Most likely. So, you know, the quality of the sound is exceptional. Go to the next chapter. Maybe if you know, if the video processing thing like the Denon or whatever, or TV or that, had a chroma level adjustment, so I can take the chroma level down, and I probably wouldn't see much of this rainbow interference effect. They got it built in on the Panasonic, whereas if I were watching, say, Star Trek the Motion Picture Laserdisc conversion to DVD-RW, if I had the chroma set at the normal 0 position, I see a lot of this rainbow bloody crap moving around on the image. If I turn it down, I think it only goes down 5 or 6 bar levels, then I don't see as much of it. So if these bloody things had that, I could notch it down, so I'm not seeing too much of this bloody rainbow bloody effect in the image. Hold on, I've got to have a nibble on my ice cream because he doesn't care. Otherwise it'll melt. And he doesn't care if it melts. Keeps you cool.
I didn't kill my wife! I don't care! 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 I don't care!
Can't do that on Kaleidoscope now, can you? Much less Blu-ray discs and all that. They just don't have that linear speed as like Laserdisc does. When he says, I don't, it sounds like a Dalek. I don't know, it just sounds like a Dalek. Maybe he didn't get his ice cream. Ah. I want to turn the brightness down a little bit on this. Turn the brightness down a little bit. It's a little bit. Oh yeah, go into the Denon. I don't have to go into the OLED. Go into the Denon setting. See, I don't know where to set. I'd have to go through these things again because it's very difficult to. Because if I set a brightness level, certain whatever, on the OLED, it may not be a-okay for like when using the Panasonic, even though that's got parameters to adjust picture color-ish. Yeah, so the settings on the Denon, they're all like mostly minus settings, because if if I set them to 0, it'd be way too damn bright. The colour would be way too, like, it would look like bloody terrible Walt Disney bloody animation. It would look terrible. So, oops. Just notch that down a bit. Not too much, so everything's in the shadow too much. Because there is a bit of, you know, the lighting under the, in the sea. Yeah, illegals, yeah, those are undesirable. Yeah, otherwise the picture starts to look undesirable. Problem is, when notching down the brightness, I can see this bloody Maury, bloody rainbow, bloody... If I only had a bloody chroma level to adjust there. It might be on, say, like that crappy Devo, or whatever that bloody box is. That's bloody old school. It's like it only goes up to 1080. I think it only does scale up to maybe 1080i. I don't think it can do 1080p or anything. But I was going to rig that back into the system. I had it in a few times, but it's got a lot of parameters on it, innit? That little box. Just going to use it for Laserdisc, just so I can just slightly, because all the other disc formats look okay-ish. Apart from some crappy ones that some people on YouTube say, oh, they're great, they're wonderful, you've got to buy this disc, and they just sound like a bloody shill on YouTube. Yeah, so yeah, just notch it down a little bit.
I didn't kill my wife! Kill my wife!
I know, it's almost like saying, it looks like a DVD. Just needs an artificial slight upscale, which it does have at the moment, because if I were to look at this directly straight from the video output to the OLED, though not possible because there's no video mode on that OLED. It's like some things they're stripping away and throwing it out. But you know, use a converter, so it would convert, you know, a little dongle, so you plug it in, the dongle into the HDMI, and then you plug the video lead into it. It should be bypassing a lot of the other video processing going from here and here. It should bypass most of that, and then the picture will probably look, maybe good, maybe better, I don't know. Maybe fantastic, I don't know. But I'd have to, too much of a dog's dinner. I'd have to rig another video lead from the kitchen and get it into the room. Oh no, I already have one in the room, yeah. I have to undo it from the Denon, and then patch another lead into, and then kind of like a U lead, a sort of Y lead, yeah, like a Y lead sort of connection. So I want to go direct, but very complicated. Anyway, I just want to monitor what the actual signal looks like. Maybe some of the video upscaling is adding a little artifact.
You kill my wife!
But I don't care.
I don't care! I don't care!
What's that other scene? Oh, hang on, what's the bit with this, where he pulls the pistol out with the Velcro? I could hear the Foley footsteps of the going, because he's most over like stage left, and the sort of Foley footstep sound in the slush of the water. And the bass score increasing on the score. Sounds like a deep low rumble I hear on the bass extension and the stage channel of that opening where it's getting near to the opening of the waterfall. And that's given a very good respectable SBL. Though maybe a little exaggerated. Yeah, just a little under 100 dB, but I could easily, but I don't want it stupid, deafening, stupid. You know, 110, 120, or even 150 dB, because it makes no logical sense. It's just a stupid ego thing. Because realistically, we wouldn't be hearing that in nature. Maybe if you put an SBL meter right in the waterfall. Yeah, because it's just pounding the top of the microphone, and it would just get overloaded with distortion, and the needle will go right into bending. And you think, I can't set it any higher because this SBL meter won't go any higher. Yeah, it'd be just stupid, wouldn't it? Against the loudness of the sound effect of the waterfall, and put that gun down, and he's slightly in the background, out of focus. Compared to the discrete mix, it's because there's going to be a little bit of say in the discrete mix of the left right folding into the matrix, into the center, so a little bit of that's going to fold into the center, so it's going to give a little bit of you know, because if you're mixing sort of like that and think, it sounds a little bit dim, let's either bring the dialogue track level up a little bit, or just bring those sound effect levels down just a little bit, because it sounds okay as it is, you know. But yeah, it does sound a little bit distant, but it's still like, you know, audible. It's just a little distant. And, you know, it would be. If you're near to the opening, because the camera where it's looking at is literally, like, say, on the outside of that tunnel, and so the loudness of that water sound is going to be loud, and say anything down in the middle of that tunnel is going to be a little bit smaller in sound scale size. Oh, yeah. I should make this ice cream a milkshake. That's easy done. The stick is cold. There is no ice cream, but it is still cold. Yeah, I might as well just my experiment. Put a few of those ice creams into a smaller cup, kind of stir it, kind of let it melt to a certain level. Put a straw in and see if I can suck it up like like a milkshake. That sound where it puts it down into the slushy water. It almost sounds like, from memory recall, like the DVD, the other disc, the other discs in discrete sound.
Get shot? You wanna get shot? You wanna get shot? You wanna get shot? You wanna Richard, do you wanna get shot? Richard, do you wanna get shot?
That sounds THX intelligibility.
Shot? Richard, do you wanna get shot? Richard, do you wanna get shot?
Yeah, that kind of rumble of the sound, then you hear the extra as he goes into the water. An extra kind of like a, yeah, would you actually hear that if you were under the water? I don't know.
What happened? Where'd he go?
There's a little bit of video noise in the little bit of video noise in that waterfall. It's kind of like, is there anything I could use? Is it the? Let's see, there's nothing on the. Where's the remote? Oh, it's there. Could be the chroma level. What would if I turn the enhancer up? If I turn the enhancer level up, it looks terrible. It looks like bloody pixelation, especially when it's on digital freeze frame mode. I'll turn that down. It looks awful. Turn that off. And noise reduction won't make it look any better. No, bloody hell, it makes it look worse. Yeah. But yeah, it is not what it is. Yeah.
All right, can we go home now? No. Can we go home now?
No, because I don't care.
No. Come over here, gentlemen. Put 2 patrol cars on that bridge down there. 4 patrolmen having glass this river, upstream and down. Next thing I want to see a helicopter come over here, 100 feet off of this river. Make him aware of these wires. What are you wires? Make him aware of these wires. What are you out of your mind? He's dead. All right, people.
medical school together.
Yes, we did.
The class of 70.
All right.
For criminal records.
Amen.
Yeah, I can still hear those sounds. We're coming down the stairs and hand on the handrail and hear that sound. As you kind of, usually when you do that with your hand on the handrail, you're going to get friction and your hand's going to go, ouch, that hurts. These glasses are bloody awful. Go, smart. That's better. This is trace these. Too much. I want to make it too toppy. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah.
Stop!
Has more detail and discrete sound. Has a little bit more detail and discrete sound because of the channel discrete separation. Wow. Like I feel that sound there. Pop, pop, pop. Oh. Yeah, it's not too bad. The surrounds like, what are they like? A bit of SAS as well. Let's mute that's still active. Oh no, it's most of the LCR signal for the low end going into the sub bass for low end extension. That won't be going in. It's just signal going in from the surrounds, going into the subs. Because I've muted the LCRS. Sorry, the LCR are muted. Even though I've got them solo still, but I've got the LCR muted, and I've only got the left and right signal for the surround going in the multi-surround array active, just so I can monitor what the signal sounding mix is like. Wow. Not much. Probably during that, if I go back a little bit, back it up a bit. See what the signal crosstalk is like. See if it sounds like an echo effect. Just heard a slight little bit of ritter. But every so if I try DSU, switch out of URX. Because the matrixing are different. Yeah, I don't hear much as I kind of hear a very faint in the back of the box, like the sound Richard sort of thing, but it's not sounding like that with all this. It's more very sort of like that. It's very faint back of the box, very back of the box. Back of the box is a CB radio term for when an audio signal is very faint in the background in the signal chain. It's very faint. So the DSU, but there's other artifacts in the that I can hear. If that were going through through the CP200 on the Cat 150E, it would be how it should be, because that's how it was back then. That's the things they had. They didn't have all this what they got now, and but yeah, it's not too bad. I'll give it a little whirl. But I'm not very favourable with the DSU, because when you use DSU, it puts a different crossover network switching for the centre channel. It puts a different filtering on it, and all the mostly like low end, or anything mostly low end, is going to left and right. So if there's a bit of left or right, if there's a left low end, just kind of like, but if it's sort of mostly phantom signal on the left and right at the same time, but yeah, it works differently. Unlike the Dolby Cat 150E, yeah. Wow. That's what you call Dolby stereo sound listening ear participation. Very, very few people in the world have that capability. Very, very few people. Otherwise, I just see all these youth men on when he's watching those and Shane Lee. Oh yeah, he's trying to copycat. I know he's watching my videos sometimes, and then he tries to. But no, I've seen other past videos where he ain't a natural. He ain't a natural. I'm not. I'm in normal mode at the moment because I ain't got anything of this weird artificial sound playing. But my ears are just reacting to sound frequencies moving around, and I'm just participating with it. That's all. Part of the I don't know. You call it an experience. I'm just participating with it. Yeah, it's not too bad on the DSU, but was it a bit toppy? I think it was just a little bit toppy because of the way the if I've done a frequency sweep through the it's very tricky. It's very tricky to get the signal to go through using the REW to get the signal. Because it's only a mono signal when you do a frequency sweep, but to get it to pass into the say like the matrix, because when you do a frequency sweep, it's going through the positive, which is the front. So I could set the frequency sweep to left, and it would do a sweep on the left. If I got say like DSU switched on. You could bypass it and go to a theatre mode where it doesn't use any matrix processing. But if I were to do a frequency sweep to the left, I'd think, yeah. Then I'd do one that's positive, again, left and right, and then the signal should come out on the centre. Then I'd do again on the right, and then I've got 3 sweeps. Then I analyse it. I would also do that for the DTS Neural X, and I'm not going to bother with Aura 3D because that's a crap dead sound format. Can I trade that in like you can trade a car in, Can I go to a dealership and trade that dead Aura 3D in for say like George Lucas vintage THX 80s, 90s? Sort of thing. Can I trade it in? Well, I don't need to because I got the real thing in the kitchen. So to do a frequency sweep of the matrix, then you go into the Room EQ wizard and then look for the little box that says invert, and then it should invert the signal. It shouldn't go to the front, it should go through to the surround signal, so I can get a frequency sweep of what that looks like. Could I do a video of that at some point? In theoretically, the signal would go into the surround. And if I were to do, I don't think you could do 2OR. You'd have to synchronize it. You'd have to link both of them at the same time, but then you get a messy frequency sweep. It's not something like, oh, you got a special REW and it's going to do it totally discrete on all, and then you'll get all these boxes popping up showing you each frequency sweep. So you do one frequency sweep and then it goes through the left, the center, the right, the surround, the sub bass, whatever crossover that's set to float your boat. I couldn't care. I don't care. No, it can't do that. You can't do that. You got to do it individually each time. So it takes a couple of minutes. It takes a few minutes to do it. It's like fizzy orange, real orange with sparkly water. It's like fizzy orange juice. It's almost better than a Fanta. I don't know what what they got in that, but I haven't touched much Fanta or orange juice now for about a couple of weeks. But it tastes peppery. It tastes like they got fucking pepper in the bloody thing. That's probably why oh yeah, it's got a great taste and it's addictive. Yeah, let me play that game and switch it over to let me use the SBL. Maybe when he fires the pistol. I can see where the SBL needle's going to. It's taken down some of the frequency range a little bit. Yeah, and it's softened the SBL level down a bit, whereas I had it on the I've only got it set to a modest dBA, 70 dBA, whereas on DSU it was going up to about that level. On DTS Neural X it's down to about that level because it's only changing a certain part of the frequency response. Ooh, feel a little bit of that on the SAS. But it's got a little bit of what do you call it? A little bit of slight little bit of minor crosstalk in the video signal occasionally that I can see, which is a kind of wavy line sort of thing. Pop, pow, pow. Switch it back. Switch those off. Switch those off. Ow! Woo. You know, I don't like firearms and guns and shit, but you know, most people, you know, think they're into the fugitive. You think you got this on whatever in your home theatre. You're not really into the movie. Otherwise, I'll be seeing a duplicate video like maybe 4 or 5 people doing a video today. Maybe live, do a live video. Yeah, no, none of these quick short ones on your crappy mobile phones where you got the bloody phone in that position. You turn it into that position. Never have. Don't ever do a video and show me that position. Always that position, but do a live video for Christ's sake. You know, do an hour or 2 hours. See if you could beat my record. Because I think I'm in the mood now for bragging. See if you could beat my record. Show me you're a true fugitive Dolby fan. And if you think you got real THX in home, then show it. But no, don't show me those crappy things that you got on the wall. It's like speakers there. No, show me some of the hardware. Show me the room doesn't have slap echo or have that honky sound in the room. God's sake, I don't want to hear that honky sound, and I don't want to see any fugitive fans with mismatched speakers. I want those speakers behind the projection screen. And there is no bullshit about what this bullshit about. You know that guy, what's his name, Gene DeSella on Audioholics. He's so paranoid, thinking you know, a projection screen is going to completely diminish the high frequency range. I don't have any high frequency range issue. Of course, there's a material in that place, and that also, like, you know, when you make a sound, you get that sound. If you're moving a screen back and forth really fast, but you can't do that. But you can set something up to do something like that under ideal experimental conditions. But I haven't seen a video on YouTube that shows that. Of course you get that, and you got to, when you put the drivers near to the screen, you got to really calculate it. You know, it's not something that can be done in an hour. It could take several days. Yeah, I want to see some braggers. I want to see some fugitive braggers today, not tomorrow. Today, not next, not at the end of the week. Today. I'm East Coast USA is 5 hours behind me. West Coast is 8 hours behind me. You got no excuses. Get to it. Get cracking, as we say in the UK. Get cracking. I want to see some bragging videos. I see any videos that are posted up the next few days. You get a red flag. You get a red card. Not a yellow card. You're going to get a red card. You're just squalor. Off the pitch. Off the pitch. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Can't you tell I'm joking? I want to see some bragging videos. I want to see how quick you are on the Pioneer remote. Actually, I prefer the other. You know, the 925 is not too bad. I think side by side comparison to see whether say like the DVL players, you know, what's the remote buttons on these? Forgot where they are. They're up at the top. Oh yeah, they're up at the top, aren't they? There on the sides. I haven't used this in a couple of weeks. I already forgot. Bit of a complicated remote, really. It's a little heavier than that remote. It's just a little heavier. It's just a little bit lighter. And of course that won't work with the other Pioneers, because the ones and zero going out from the remote won't command it. That's why I always have two remotes, but yeah. This was 93, wasn't it? 93. And when you listen to 1995 Waterworld, and you think, that sounds like The Fugitive. I think it's that music bit that comes up in the, where is it? Where they're, it's where the smokers turn up at his boat. I think that's near the end of side, almost, if it were on Laserdisc, it's near the end of side 2. And they find his boat, and they torch his boat at the end, don't they? They torch it. But just sort of then you sort of see a shark fin sort of going through the water, and you hear this whoo kind of music sort of thing, and you see the little girl, she's looking out, because the smokers are coming. Yeah. Yeah, and it's got that sort of theme music. So it's like when you hear James Horner music, you think, oh, sounds like Wolf Fen. Or if it's any other. I saw a movie last night, never seen it before. It's called Pulse, 1988. And on the opening of the music titles, music was by Jay Ferguson. And I heard like, oh, that sounds like the blaster beam. That was invented by Craig. I can't pronounce his other name. Hexel. You know, the blaster beam, a long cylinder tube, and you bang on it, and it makes dong. You know, that Jerry Goldsmith music that you hear in Star Trek: The Motion Picture, Star Trek 2, Star Trek 3. Yeah, it was an interesting movie. Not really a kind of horror movie, I would say more of a thriller. Yeah, it's just an entity or something in the electric, and now they're trying to scare the shit out of everybody by, you know, things are in the electrics. Yeah, you bet they are today. They are today. Only they don't possess you, and they don't try to take over you. But yeah, oh, you know what I mean. Edward Snowden. Yeah, he's tried to warn us. I wonder if side 3's got laser rot on it, but if it is, it's minor. It's little flickers here and there. It's not like completely sparkly with that colourful laser rot sparkle, red and green and whatever colour sparkling all over the image, where it's completely unwatchable. Here it just looks like regular, like watching a VHS tape that you watch it so many times and you see those little lines sometimes going across because the tape is being watched so many times, and you got to get a second, you got to buy a replacement that is brand new, and you won't see all those sort of lines. As well as also the video head drum. The video head drum is being completely worn out. Then you got to change the video head drum. Otherwise, I've seen very worse film 35mm prints that look like bloody hell. So the print's only so many years old. Where's it gone through? What the heck is all this? Damn. Yeah, far worse. Like putting water in one eye, and then your vision this side is completely blurred with like, you know. Oh, that's easy done. You can just put a pair of glasses on and just smear one side where it's completely like, and then the other side is clear. That's what a 35mm print I saw one time. One side was clear, the other side was completely, you couldn't watch it. But I stuck out because the Dolby Stereo was still working. Wow, that sound. All those little sounds in there, all those teeny little sounds. You know, what type of footwear and what would that make? What sort of sound would that make if you were going downstairs? And, you know, is it mostly, say, production sound, or is it mostly all in the Foley department? It does feel like it's gone a little bit warm enough. I've got to put the AC on for a moment. God. They don't. They make these processors. The Trinov is pretty crap. Storm Audio is crap. They don't have much in the way of very good video processing technology on it that has been taken from everything else and put into the processor. So you can let me see. You look at that MAD or something MAD or MADE or something VR or whatever the bloody junk is called. It's about the same U-frame as one of those. It's about the same U-frame. Huh? What the bloody hell's inside the damn thing? Why is it that size? Why does it need to be that size? Huh? What's inside that piece of junk? Like, what's inside that Storm processor? The way they designed it and the way they arranged the circuit boards is absolutely preposterous. They should have designed it so this front panel comes down. This front panel on this Trinov, it comes down. Just like you open up anything else, and then you go in there and you pull the card out. And you put a new card in. Or you can, it's easy to do within just a few seconds. You gotta take all the equipment off this crap, pull it out of rack or whatever, and you gotta change this chuck here. Now it takes fucking minutes. Stupid. But it's like computer towers. I mean, they're not easy, most of them. Crikey, you got a computer tower there. You got to undo the bloody screws, pop the lid off. And then, bloody hell, but all you have to do, fucking hell, open that up and bloody hell, the circuit cards are there. If there was something faulty on that or whatever, you can just pull the card out, get another card, because if you don't have a schematic diagram, you don't know what to bloody look for, your next best guess is getting another processor that's second hand, and then just take and then if you think it might be the analog circuit board, then take that out and put another one in and see if it works. The only motherfucking thing problem is tightening these screws back up so that this doesn't flip open. There, got it. Oh, that's what I can't stand with all this bullshit processor Trinov and Storm Audio crap. Crying out loud. And they made no improvement or difference with that CI. So, yeah. Bloody hell. Oh. It's like you look at professional VHS players. Professional, the big things, colossal. You just flip the lid off of it. Pull it out of the rack. If you design it into a rack so you could pull it out easy. Pull the lid, and then all the cards are in there, and you just pull them out, don't you? It's just a little bit more manageable to repair, I guess, because those things have got to be, as possible, up and running again. Theoretically. Yeah. just turn the LCR off and just listen to the sub bass, depending on where you got the crossover set on it. I could set the crossover up to, so it go way up to about at least 2 kilohertz. That's what you can do on the on this processor. I'm not saying it's but on other AVR receivers you can only go up to about 250 hertz. And I don't think you get an option with crossover slopes. You don't get an option there. So you could design a system carefully so that if you want certain extra additional bass going along the sidewalls, and you could set the filters on the low end so it won't over boom or too much, and so you tailor it so it would always give a certain signal out in a certain position in the room, or bass shakers or whatever. But you don't get much of that option on AV receivers. They're pretty limited. And then you've got to use outboard. That's where you use outboard Behringer DCX equipment. Because everyone wants to chase their bass. Have I got the bass shakers turned on? No, I've got the amplifiers turned off. Probably going to turn it on and take my medication out. Yeah, so I'm into the Fugitive at the moment on Laserdisc. That green colour there, that's not too bad. It's got a little bit of a rainbow of chroma that I can see in the image a little bit, but yeah, that green there is not too bad. That's like a dye, isn't it? They throw in the water, isn't it? Is that okay for the fish? Because fish go around in that water, don't they? It's not like, it's not going to be harmful for the fish, is it? Just so they can have their stupid humanisation bloody Paddy bloody stage show. You got fish in the water. Think about the fish, not yourselves. Bloody social society really pisses me off. back a little bit. Next chapter. Okay. That's that picture there doesn't look too bad. Colour picture there. It's not like perfect like a DSLR image or an SLR. It's video, it's film to video, isn't it? But it looks okay, it's not too bad. Oh, that looks a little bit weird. There's sort of lines on the elevator. It's sort of got these sort of lines, this sort of fabric on the and it just caused a little kind of wavy flicker. Wonder what the differences are in the video and colour and video processing between the squeezed version. Not that there's going to be much of a big deal difference. It's a widescreen movie. Or spherical, it could be open matte. It's not like, you know, anamorphic lenses. I mean, would this be better if it were anamorphic lenses? Regular versions of this are easy to find. What would the fugitive be like in the Chinese? What would it have been like there in the THX and the Chinese? It ran there for about 5 weeks. People in their 40s or maybe their 50s or 60s, were they more pissed off when they saw the fugitive? Were they calm? Or were they pissed off? And were people that were in their 30s more calm? We go through changes. I mean, who was who? Who was who in 1993? I think it was that Bush nut case, wasn't it? I think it was one of those Bush nut cases, wasn't it? I'll have a second serving. I'll have a second serving of those noodle. What was that like? Noodles, something just with. I do take a blessing for the poor creature, and it's got mushrooms. I would prefer to say to the restaurant, say. Can you fry those mushrooms to the golden crispy sort of thing, and then add them to the? Because they just give them, the mushroom a medium sort of cooking, don't they? I like them when they're crispy. I don't mind them as they are. I like them when they're crunchy, golden, crispy. Just adds an extra spice to the dish. You know, but yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's a lot better than a bloody KFC. A lot better than a bloody McDonald's. Look. It's probably a lot better than that bloody crap fish and chicken. Bloody world bullshit updates. And no. Right, you don't see, this is a THX cinema that serves. I don't think you get this. Don't think you get this in a youth man home cinema. Does he treat his guests with a meal? Yeah, in the home theatre room. This is five star. This is. Wow. Look at that grumpy guy. Why is he so grumpy? He doesn't care, does he? Everybody in this movie is grumpy.
You got 5 minutes.
How are you?
No cable. They got Wi-Fi? What would have been the best THX cinema in the USA when The Fugitive played? What would have been the best THX cinema? I mean, the Manning Chinese is going to have a bit of an echo. It's going to have a bit of an echo in that auditorium. So what was the best one? Where it's got the least echo. The only echo I hear is what is sound effects put onto the soundtrack. This is like those alien noodles in that movie, Alien. We had noodles with an alien. I mean, if you subtract all the bass sound over the channel, place it in other positions with a crossover, obviously a different speaker and such. Because when you listen to the bass frequency in the movie, or sorry, the bass signal on the sine wave, it always tends to sort of, it moves that way on a certain frequency, or it goes that way, or it comes this way, or it goes back that way, or it goes that way, or it goes this way. Always, when you go to different frequencies, in low frequency, they always tend to, and if you check all the seats, and does that frequency wander in a different position when you're over somewhere else in the room? You know, to try and place these low frequencies in, say, try to call it a bass controlled room frequency. Oh gosh, you could be building something like that for almost a year. Designing and testing and prototyping and seeing where everything's moving. Because the room is really, doesn't matter what it is, it's uncontrollable. You might think you hear a bass over there, but is it over there? There are other frequencies. Are they more or less, what the heck are they doing? I'm trying to get it like those THX. I'm kind of curious. Is George Lucas into The Fugitive? Is he into it? Oh, it's got Indiana Jones in it. Must be into it, eh? Must be into it. That's not bad, that. The only thing I got an issue when ordering my Chinese meal, they don't have pictures. You know, you're looking at a menu list and I'm thinking, what the heck is that? What does it look like? I haven't a clue. And when I get it, I'm thinking, I'm not really sure I want that. You know, because you got to have a picture of the what you're looking at, the menu. You know, you go to a Burger King. You know, you can see the menu up there on the, you know, and you're thinking, huh. But is it going to be what is presented, or is it going to be like, you know, something near but not quite? I mean, the Burger King and the McDonald's. The Burger King seems like it's more, I don't know, like it's grilled, and the McDonald's seems I don't know, a little bland. That's probably why bloody Orange Man eats it. Oh. I think that's got to be the last chapter in the movie, and that goes to side 3. And it's not too bad. It's playing to the end of side 2 with about the same laser rock condition, which is very minimal, very minimal. think if I put Dante's Peak on, it'll look a little bit more sparkly with laser rock. And what's it? The PAL laser disc of I think it's called Flashpoint. That's got laser rock both sides, and it's analog audio, and it doesn't really play very well. Probably the NTSC version would be a little bit better, but I don't watch that movie as much. Not like when you watch a rental VHS and you probably think, yeah, you watch it once maybe, or maybe twice. And the rental was only £1.50. You go today on these fucking Amazon to rent some crappy Supergirl crap garbage trash. It's like £16 for a fucking rental. For what, 2 days? Huh? That's daylight robbery. A 2-day rental on a VHS tape back in the 80s would be for 2 days. A £1.50 rental, that's 24-hour rental. So you can watch that movie at least, oh gosh, 6, maybe 7 times. You know, and the ticket and the cinema ticket price was, for a child, would almost be close. Maybe £1.60 for a child or such, maybe back in 1982 or something. An adult ticket might be, I don't know why they got those stupid tickets for adult children. It doesn't make bloody sense to me, because you get bloody ICE agents today. If they don't give a shit if it's a male adult or a child. They'll just gun you down. So why don't get the fucking logic of the point of these stupid ticket prices? Huh? Doesn't make sense to me. Should be equal. And bring back the ticket prices of the 1970s. I think that's about reasonable. 80 pence or so for a child. Well, there we go again. Fucking child about 80 pence. Though a bit lower back in the mid 70s, it would be a little fraction, a lot bit cheaper. But I don't get it. I think bring back those prices. I said daylight robbery on Amazon. Bring back the ice cream lady. I might consider going back to the cinema if they bring back the ice cream lady. You go to the cinema today, it's crap. Got no ice cream lady. What do they think they're playing? Bring back the ice cream lady. Oh, that's still loaded. Okay. Just test a bit of that Fugitive Region 2 DVD again. I don't care for the Blu-ray or the super bit, high definition Blu-ray special edition, or even the bloody UHD. Dolby Atmos was absolutely atrocious. So I can stop that for the moment. Yeah. Got that. Switch over to there. So there. Preset. Oh, and it starts straight up, doesn't it, the DVD? Oh, I got it on stretch. It's a little bit too stretched. Got to turn that other aspect ratio thing off on the OLED. Otherwise it looks a bit distorted, warped. It's not very smart, is it, for fucking TVs? They should have a better aspect ratio switching thing on these things. So you don't have to go click all through the bloody buttons. Bloody annoying. Got to go through click. Bloody hell, I didn't have to do that shit on a fucking projector back in the day. God, it's fucking annoying. Chapters, I don't care. Is it 15 or 18? Sounds a little louder. It could be a loudness wheel. Yeah, he's still a little, he is, realistically. He's still a little bit faint. He's a little bit faint. There's not too much difference between the Dolby Digital and the Dolby SR and the process. Okay.
Richard, do you want to get shot? Hands up! Over the head! Turn around! Richard,
Wow.
put that gun down! Now!
Have I got the, what's it turned off? So the, switch that one off there. So the LFE stays discrete. I mean, how many home theatres could do what I can do? Just turn those HFs off. And you just listen to the bass cab. You can still hear the frequency. I can still hear. I don't know why most USA home theatres have a, I can't hear the dialogue. Oh dear. Because you ain't using JBL Professional motion picture system in your home. It's as simple as that. Because with small speakers, you've got very limitations to what you can mess around with, and most people don't have DSP, DCX crossover systems on it. They don't even run those speakers with how cinemas are running today with proper crossover network systems on those screen speaker. Most home theatres haven't got a clue. All the ones that got rooms larger than mine, and they got tiny little speakers behind those projection screens. It's no wonder they can't. It's no wonder their home theatre's terrible sounding. So about 6 dB. 6. About 6.
Put that gun down! Put that gun down! Now! Hands up! Over the head! Turn around!
What else am I seeing here? Alright, on this R2 DVD I'm seeing, R2. Because he hasn't got his D2 with him, even though he's a Han Solo that allegedly he shot first. What am I seeing on the R2 is a little edge enhancement around the image. So I can see a little edge enhancement there. I'm going to stick side one back on and have another analyse and see if I can see edge enhancement. Also have a look at the framing as well, see what they've done on the framing. 'Cause they're always messing with it. So this is fugitive analysing. Alright. Stop that DVD. I've seen what that looks like. Oh yeah, the presets still stay the same. Okay. Just double check, yeah. Okay. Chapters that? Oh, I'll try chapter 15 on the lasers. Oh, chapter 5. No, try chapter... Oh no, hang on, that waterfall scene, it would be on... Oh, it'd be on side 2. Damn, forgot. Yeah. Flip this back over. See, I can't stand this way. They should put a proper aspect ratio switching on this remote control. They're not listening to the customer. They are not listening. You've got to press. Look how many buttons you've got to press. I've got to press. Sorry, I've got to aim it that way. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then exit in, 12, 13 bloody buttons I've got to press just to change the fucking aspect ratio. That's fucking pathetic. Okay, so let me look for that scene, because it's kind of visible in the scene. What chapter is it? Maybe chapter 6. Yeah, chapter 6. Sound? Oh yeah, because I switched out the video mode. Because the PC digital PCM's on the what's it? You got to piss around on, fuck around on a fucking Trinov. It's fucking pathetic. So that's a little bit clearer. There, 125.
Do you want to get shot? Over the head! Hands up! Over the head! Turn around! Hands up! Put that gun down! Put that gun down! Now! Now! Put that gun down!
It's hard to say.
Now! Now! Hands up!
There's something that my eye is detecting that looks like the degree of edge enhancement, but not in the same manner as it looks on the DVD.
Over the head! Turn around! Military, do you want it? Military, do you want head! Turn around! Turn around! Military, do you want to get shot?
Let me have a look at the audio level between that and
Military, do you want to get shot?
maybe focus on the dialogue on the DBA, on the SBL.
Turn around! Hands up! Over the
Richard, do you want to get shot? Okay. Let me just make an adjustment on the fader until I got a comfortable. Turn that down a bit.
Richard, do you want to get shot?
Take it up a bit.
Richard, do you want to get shot? Richard, do you want to get shot?
So when the dialogue level builds up, Richard, do you want to get shot? That's bringing the needle up and up until I'm looking at about 70 dB. Right, I'm going to flip it over back to the DVD and then look at the level, even though it's discrete. And this is Matrix 424. Probably most likely it's a Dolby SR. Because they wouldn't be using A-type back then. They'll be using SR to replace the A-type. So the SR, the A-type would only go up to that level. The SR would go up a little bit higher and has a little bit of a increase on the low. And that's a very weird, as it's going through the high frequency, has a very sort of specific characteristic to the frequency response. Pay attention.
Richard, do you want to get shot? Richard, do you want to get shot?
Okay. Where's the A repeat?
Richard, do you want?
Put it on memory, so I could go back to it on repeat. So I'll just go over to the DVD. I've probably got to switch the preset because it's gone to Dolby Atmos mode, and I've got to go back to the same preset that I was on. Okay. I'm going to ignore the extra stretched image at the moment because I'm going to go back to the Laserdisc in a moment. So, Richard, do you want to get shot?
Put that gun down! Now! Hands up! Over the head! Turn around! Richard, do you want to get shot?
Ooh, the DVD's coming in a little bit less on the dynamic.
Richard, do you want to get shot?
Just a fraction under -2 dB. Whereas I got that up to, I adjust the fader level down a little bit so I could get Richard, do you want to get shot? And then went up to about 70 dBA. So the DVD is just it's a little shy. But it still works. It's just a little shy. Does anybody want to know the result on the DTS? Bullshit master audio. Because that'll most likely be up a little bit. It will be up a little bit. And the Dolby Atmos, you don't want to know about that because it's going to surprise. It's going to be a little fraction shy, but it's the biggest fucking format. It's what fucking Shane Lee and Youth Man keep preaching about, saying it's the best. You got to buy it, and yet it's a little shy. That ain't good enough now, is it? No. So the Laserdisc, Dolby SR. Can't knock it. Apart from the bloody laser rot, bloody little minor laser rot on it, but yeah. I always thought I was going to see about the same, but that's surprising. That's very surprising. But it looks like I could see a bit of the edge enhancement on this a little bit on the DVD. It just looks a little fraction shy on the. Because usually most sometimes Warner Laserdiscs that I've seen don't usually have bloody laser edge enhancement put on the bloody image. But I suppose you get some overrated movies like this, which is probably, you know, and then they just plaster bloody edge enhancement on it. Whoever invented that needs to be thrown under the morning bus. For God's sakes, it's a bloody distracting edge enhancement. It's terrible. For God's sakes, you know, it makes me boils my blood that I've got to put the bloody air conditioning back on. Does it interfere with the SPO? Not too much. Not too much. So I could create an aspect ratio. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bloody hell. super widescreen. You know, it's IMAX gone wrong. you can't see the top of the actor's head. IMAX gone wrong. Who needs crappy IMAX? God's sakes, it's Limax. It's Limax, everybody in the home. It's Limax.
Hands up! Over the head! Turn around!
So what they should have put on these remotes is, well, yeah. Is there any room for that on these remote controls? Not much. You shouldn't have to go click through all these buttons. To change an aspect ratio on a bloody projector, crikey, it's changed you got the aperture plate, you got the lens turret, flip the lens round, and you got the buttons up there on the wall for the screen masking. That's it. Just 3 things. Here I got to piss around on the remote. Click. Fucking hell. I could change it quick on a fucking real projector than a fucking remote control. Just change there on the aperture plate. Boom. Flip lens. Adjust the masking, and then it slowly moves into position. And then you open the dowser on the projector, put the light onto the bloody film, for crying out loud. God's sakes. Okay, now I'll put that aspect up. Why am I pointing the rope? Because I'm thinking I'm using a laser disc. This is on the. This is the laser disc, yeah. Is it? No, it's the DVD. Yeah, it's the DVD. Because I'm forgetting which the fuck I got now on. Well, I'm fucking pointing the remote this way. Oh. Oh, yeah. So goes up to a certain height. Though that's not widescreen. Though it is widescreen. The shape of OLED TVs, the shape of 16:9 are totally wrong. That's why you got these stupid black bars. You know, the aspect, the widescreen ratio should be the same vertical height as a scope movie. Should be the same vertical height. It's a complete fucking mess, the home theatre market. A total mess. I'll just click out of the bloody thing.
Do you want to get shot?
So let me take it up 3 dB. So the fader levels minus 3 dB. So if I turn it up, does it come in the same range almost on the SPL? Richard, do you want to get shot?
Now! Hands up! Over the head! Turn around! Richard, do you want to get shot?
Actually, it went just a tiny trifle, although I have got that air conditioner on. So I'm just going to turn it off, just in case I'm getting a little frequency masking, adding on effect. Let me just try that again.
Now! Hands up! Over the head! Turn around! Richard, do you want to get shot?
No, it's still going a tiny fraction. So that's 0 there. It's just going a tiny little trifle just above. Was that the same as it? Did I get that the same almost on the Laserdisc? It went just a tiny, just a whistle, just a tiny. Otherwise, I would have to adjust the Behringer DCX down by 0.1 dB step and just take it down, because I'm a little bit conscious about turning the volume fader level on this Trinov, because it's not exactly working 100%. If I turn it now, it most likely will go down by 0.1 dB steps. But when you adjust it on the remote, or even on the computer, it only adjusts in 1 dB steps. I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. AV receivers, they typically only go in 0.5 dB steps, so they're pretty useless. So all I have to do is make a tiny little whistle adjustment on the DCX, just take it down until I get that needle sort of like, boom. Do you want Richard? Do you want to get shot? So it stops right in the middle, but it's just going a teeny little whistle just over a little bit. But I think it looked the same. I think it looked the same. It's like the processor. You haven't got what do you call it? Digital audio level adjustment. So if it's reading DTS, I should be able to go in theoretically to the digital level scale and adjust it in 0.1 dB steps until it stops. I want the loudness when the fader's there, and I want the loudness sound. I want the levels to stop exactly there. I don't want them going any louder. I want it to stop. Boom. But you haven't got that control on the Trinov or even on a Storm processor. I think there were some things I've come across where you've got a digital level control where you can adjust it. So you can set the pink noise to give a... so you set the fader level at 0. Then you set the pink noise up and then get that to go a comfortable level. And then run the a scene sequence from the movie that's going to run, and then adjust the digital level until it stops at that level. It won't go any higher. It's still going to sound great. You're going to have natural soft dynamics when people are talking softly, and you know. It wouldn't sound stupid, horrendous, like bloody hell, why is it this diabolical bloody loudness? You don't want it like 25 bloody subwoofers in a basement, God's sakes. If I could get sufficient bass out of those screen channels, boy, you don't need all those stupid sub-bass speakers, really, honestly. Because they've still got to be adjusted so that they still work with those screen channels within a tiny few dB tolerance. You don't want the subs that level and your screen channel bass and full range sound at that level. It doesn't work. You end up with a crappy home theatre sound. Cinemas don't set them up that stupid. George Lucas doesn't. It's ego. It's egoism. It's out of control. There need to be better screen channels, like more screen channel, to do better psychoacoustic. I mean, would that waterfall really sound like that with that frequency, with that kind of slight rumble? Even though it's not pressing against my body, when you look at a waterfall that's in the distant, it shouldn't press against your body. That's bullshit if it does that. Because a lot of you home theatre people haven't got a clue. Except me, of course. Not many great waterfalls around the UK. Natural ones, they're not many. There are only a few. Man-made ones, I don't know of any. I don't really know of any man-made ones in the UK. I'd have to look that up to see if where they're, but they're not round here, not round this area.
Turn around!
The smallest is only down the road, and it's only height-wise, it's probably around maybe just over 1 metre. From where the water rolls off down into where it goes at the base. It's probably just a fraction over 1 metre. That's small when you're standing up near against it. But it's still got a sound. It's still got an acoustical sound.
Richard, do you want to get shot? Hands up! Over the head! Turn around!
So it's like the PCM, the Dolby encode signal onto the PCM 424 matrix is almost dynamic range as similar to the DTS master audio of bullshit, because I've still got to take that with a pinch of salt to see if it's a loudness war sort of thing. But
Richard, do you want to get shot?
I want to see how many home theatres before the end of the day. It's 1900 hours in the UK. The East Coast USA is only 5 hours behind. The West Coast is 8 hours behind. I want to see you lot doing a live video. Pull your fugitive out. I don't care what disc you got. Pull it out and do a live video. You'll be disqualified if you do it tomorrow or the day after. You will get a red card and you will be disqualified from the competition. I want to see how many of you are bragging for about 5 hours. Each of all of you have got to do a 5-hour bragging live hour video. And I don't think any of you out there are going to beat my record. UK 5. USA 0. Ah, that doesn't look good now. That doesn't look good. Oh my goodness gracious. Come on. Come on. Where's the morale? Come on. Get your popcorn out. Get your cold Coca-Cola soda and get doing it. Come on. Come on. Gosh. How many bloody fugitives have I got? God's sakes. Bloody DVD, RAR2, Blu-ray, crappy version that looks like it's made in bloody China. Crappy DTS, Master Audio, bloody Blu-ray, special edition. And the bloody 4K. Oh, and the Laserdisc now. Bloody hell, 5, bloody hell. Do I need all these versions? It's the same story. Oh, but the Blu-ray, it's looking a little bit weird and dodgy on that. And the 4K, oh my goodness gracious me. It looks like the train wreck in the movie. It really does. What the fuck is wrong with the colour on that? Ugh. The streaming on Amazon looked not as bad as the UHD. But there was still something iffy with it in certain places of the picture car throughout the whole. There was still some iffy going on. It's like I don't think you could get the only perfect version that you could see of this movie is actually on 35mm print. And depending on how good the quality is it badly scratched up? Has it got any colour fading on it? Has it got pieces missing because they wear out and then the film starts and you've got to cut it out, otherwise it will just break or snap in the sometimes, or it might in the film gate or whatever, you know. There are only so many thousands of prints made. Do most of those prints get destroyed, and only a few of them out there probably don't get sent back to the distributor, because they only care about, is it going to make box office or is it going to fail? It was on a budget of like that, so it's got to make a gross like that. Oh, they're wishing, but it might be a budget like that, and it might be only a gross of that, but they're hoping, oh, it's like that, $1 million, $1 billion. Oh, we can make Fugitive too. Oh, that's US Marshals. That wasn't really that good, that movie. I kind of sucked a bit. I kind of sucked that one a little bit. Otherwise, it's not about the Kimball character like it was in the TV show, where it's running episode for over a few years. This one was just like, oh, the Kimball character, and just like, but they were thinking they would make a sequel, probably when it gross, And then I thought, oh, a few years later, we'll make a sequel. Was it in the 90s? Yeah, it was in the 90s, wasn't it? Yeah. A few years more later, in the 90s. But it wasn't really that good. So the rating on the Fugitive is kind of like that, whereas the rating, well, make it like that so you can see. And the rating on the US Marshal one was a little bit lower rating. I got that on R2 DVD, R2, the sequel. But I'm not really into it that much. I think it's the sound design and the mixing, or the sound editing, sound design, and mixing that they did on this one. Particularly the opening, the way you get the music and you get those sounds, dong, 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 sort of sounds over the LCR channels with the music. Battery's got a slight fraction less though. Kind of reminds me of Top Gun, where you get the opening, where you got the mountain, and then you got the those star things that come down and they go round and like circle round the mountain. You get that sound over the mostly the left, right, and then mostly the discrete mix, and then the center comes into the mix many seconds later, like when you get the letterheads of the Top Gun letterhead logo, and that you notice the center channel engaging. But yeah, I heard that day one optical Dolby stereo in the cinema, and hearing that sound. Dracula movie.
Pay attention! Get out on your knees! Right now!
So I could do quite a few things on this THX cinema. Oh, the sound. So if I mute stage left and right. So it's bleeped. So I'm not sure if you can hear it.
Pay attention! Get out on your knees! Right now!
There's a very low level sound of the waterfall sound in the tunnel, but if I press decoder C, I'll add a bit of extra sound from the left and right channel, or the phantom signal,
On your knees!
into the centre.
Now!
And I'll turn it off, and turn it off, and off and on. I'll go back a little bit so it's on and off, on and off, on and off.
Now! Hands up! Over the head! Turn around! Richard, do you want to get shot?
There's not a single home theatre in the United States that can do what I could do just there. That's of course if you heard it. And not even one in the United Kingdom, except here. Except here. Yeah, that's kind of interesting to do that effect. But it also brings a little other things to the table where it can cause a little masking effect. Although, if I go back and listen, so I'll unmute on the DCX, unmute the left and right. I think I'll turn this, no hang on, I'll unmute the right channel. I'll go back and forth.
Put that gun down! Put that gun down! Now! Hands up! Over the head! Turn around! Richard, do you want to get shot? Hands up! Over the head!
Let me make it easier.
Richard, do you want to get shot?
Put that one up, but mute that side, leave that and that on.
Right now!
And I've got the fader, so I've got the fader, I've got the fader level on the other SDU, which is over on that right side. And I'm going to adjust the level. I'm going to manipulate the level. Okay, let's just mute that side and look at the SBL on the exterior of the waterfall. Okay, we're not to that level there. Okay, mute that side. Now, go back. Oh, it's pretty much within the mix. Apart from it's got a bass rumble on that side, where in the centre, mute that, turn that centre back on, where it's got a bit more of a but hasn't got the low end. Alright, let me just check. I might just go in and just turn it down by 3 dB. Just turn it down by 3 decibel. Input levels. I'll just take them down by 3 dB. I'll leave that on. Unmute that and that and that.
Hands up! Over the head! Turn around! Richard, do you want to get shot?
Dakota C.
Richard, do you want to get shot?
That's mute. I'll put a bit of rumble on that center. I can add a little bit of rumble, a little bit of combination of the Phantom and the.
Pay attention! Get on your knees right now!
Oh, turn the Dakota C off. Turn Dakota C off. Okay, put Dakota C back on.
Get out on your knees right now!
Seemed like it gave it a little extra. Yeah, it gave it a little extra push on the bass. Yeah, only this THX cinema is capable. USA or back in the Stone Age. It's just a simple little thing. Just a simple little thing. I bet that Gene Audioholics, he'll like that. He'll like that sort of thing. I wonder how he's getting on. You know. Only took me a day or two just to rig that bloody thing up, so he should have had that rigged up in about, you know, he takes his Storm processor out. Okay. So you got to connect DB25 connectors with XLR. Because any or so, maybe say like amplifiers, yeah, unless of course you got rigs of those altitude amplifiers, so you're using the whole lot, the whole freaking channel count, and you only have to rig it up with a very short leads of DB25 connectors. But what else can you do? What else can they do? Yeah. Because if you want to patch something else into the B chain, you're going to have a DB25 plugged in one end with XLR on the other end. Otherwise, it's a very, very tricky thing. Don't expect that Trinnov. Out the box, it is not good. It's so-so. It ain't world class. We don't care about what signal noise ratio it's got. Anything that it says in the spec, if it's down to lower than minus 100 dB, that's pretty damn good. It's not like listening to Radio Shack Tandy Realistic products back in the 1980s, where typically they only might have 75 dB or 80 dB signal noise ratio. Yeah, they're okay, but when you turn things up, but you're not going to turn it up that loud. When it's at normal levels, that's acceptable. But they still got a signal noise ratio thing going on there. But like in the Fugitive, I don't care. Yeah, extra. There, that gives an extra nudge. That does. Turn Dakota C on. I've got them flexible. I could turn the thing off, but you can't hear it and you can't experience it, because even if I did a high quality recording, you still wouldn't be able to notice it. And everything's different. Bass frequency changes. Accept it. You can't make it perfect for every bloody seat, because that's like trying to make it perfect being on a bus, hearing the engine reverberating and trying to get every bloody single seat feeling and sounding exactly the same. It's not possible. It's impossible. You got to accept it for what it is. So get over it. You don't need this bass wave garbage trash junk forming. I don't even use it. I don't care about it. The bass, what I'm hearing, it'll be like something like, well, cinemas don't use it. Why the bloody hell would you want it in the home? Just another load of bullshit to try and sell stupid boneheads out there more subwoofers. You don't need more subwoofers. Bloody hell, 4 is enough. 2 in the front, 2 in the back, sorted. And are you going to make it perfect? Are you going to make the bass perfect for the surround speakers? Nope. You're going to make it perfect for the typical common LCR channel? Nope. You're chasing an LFE, a mono signal. Wow, that's sound effect there. And I've got my creepy cats trying to get in. They can't come in. They'll destroy this room. I'll release my cats into your home, and your home theatre will be decimated in less than 24 hours. Total decimation. Think about that word. Decimated. Oh no, my speakers, my subs, the cats, they wrecked it. Motherfuckers. Can't let them in here, can't let them in. Melanie, she's got a hunger for subwoofer. She's got a hunger for subwoofers. See, I can show you what they did to my other speakers, my cats, 5th generation of cat, and I can show you what they did to those JBL speakers. Completely fucking decimated. Fucking wrecked. They need to be recone. Yeah, recone. Once a cat thinks, ooh, oh, that makes an interesting sound. Oh, and it moved. Oh, let me get my claws into it now. Rip the fucking speaker to shreds. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You don't need dogs, woofers. You need cats, and they'll go, yeah, fuck your speakers up. They'll fuck your home theatre up. Oh. He did a sound effects and Foley and remix right off here he did. But it didn't sound fucking acoustically, psychoacoustically realistic. It was just okay. But I don't care.
Right here off of this dam, right here. Right down.
What? Wow, that's a fucking incredible dialogue line. What? Okay, how many people run their own theatre at 0 dB? My goodness. Everyone's running it like minus 20. What? Yeah, minus 20. Right here. What?
Holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit. Minus 20 dB.
Alright, can we go home now?
No, because I don't care. No, I don't care.
Holy shit.
I don't care about that either. I don't care about anything. Give me one of those donuts with little sprinkles on it. That I care about.
Pay attention.
Oh dear.
Turn around.
Go to the stereo surrounds.
Put that gun down. Now.
to the stereo surround, because I don't care. All you need to do is put the stereo surrounds for a ProLogic 2X decoder, and you can make it have sound that's up here, sound below here, down on the sides. Yeah, you can put it into a four zone multi-array, not just using a few speakers, but make it a multi-array, so it just seems like it's moving. Where's the below surround? Oops. Shit, did I just turn that volume dial? I think I could put it back to where it was. It only took a couple of seconds. I turned that dial. And it's that one there, not that one. Don't turn. I should remove the volume pot on that, the fader. I think you can go in and pull it off, but the thing still sticks out. It's like something to put over it so don't touch. I've got to just turned it a little bit, so I've got to do a sine wave test now on the DCX and just make sure it's back to alignment. So I could be slightly out by tiny dB or so. But I don't care. I don't care because I got shit hot fucking here listening. I don't care. USA ragging. I don't care. You know, whatever muscle I pulled in my back, I ain't helping it by sitting in this chair because of the angle. I go, fucking hell, I'm gonna fucking care about it if this fucking goes, because this should fucking worn out by now. Yeah, look at those torches in the sewers. Or maybe they're storm drain. I could change the channel, I can turn off most of the surrounds in this room. Kind of sort of like, not quite do it like the local, because they had 6 speakers on the back wall. Theoretically, I could put six of these JBL on the back wall, but they would literally be coupled next to each other. Can't put that typical spacing where they're spread out, where it puts a sound field. So 2 speakers here, it will still put a kind of an invisible phantom sound field out in the middle until you move over to the speaker, and then you can physically hear where the sound is coming from the speaker itself. When you're standing back way bit further, it sounds like it's, you know, uniform, until you start turning or muting certain speakers. Then you notice, the sound field is starting to change, or the artificial sound field. Yeah, let me turn a few off. Let me turn a few of these off. I think it was sound predictable. Outputs, is it outputs? Yeah, output levels. So I can turn the fader down on the middle one. So I leave these ones here, I leave them active. So I go to mute, because those are the main outputs in the signal, which are up here on the input. I think I could still really realistically mute those. Yeah, because it's on the outputs, it's not the inputs. So if I mute there and mute there, and then that would be there and there, mute those, and those, number 4, they should be on the back wall. Yeah, I can still hear them. I can still hear it. Sounds like the sound is literally over my shoulder. Get that donk sound in a second. But it kind of takes away a lot of the sound field, what you heard in the set, what you would hear theatrical. So I could put the other channels on in the corners behind me, because they're at the back in the corners. I'll turn those on. It's almost putting a sound field that's coming up close around my ears, but not entirely, because the other channels are turned off. I can fade the other one up. Let's bring that fader down on that. Oh no, it's not those ones there. And bring the other ones up on the forward. Yeah. Whoa. sort of sound, but a bit different frequency mixing. It's a bit more reverberant on the surround. It's got a proper like theatrical motion picture sound when they hear the sound effect of the water dripping onto the gun, onto the pistol. Yeah, that quality of, or that high performance of quality. Oh, it goes beyond Shane Lee's luxury.
I didn't kill my wife!
Yeah, youth man, you can't even touch my home theatre. You can't touch it. Wow. Mind blowing.
Kill my wife!
Mind blowing, that sound effect. Of course, I know we all know where reality is coming from. You know, the water will make a certain sound coming from a ceiling above, and then it's free falling, silent, and then it just happens to land on the pistol, making that sound.
I don't care!
But I don't care. I'm in that mood now. I'm almost a bit like him. I just don't care about this anymore. I'm just casually here taking the piss out of it. I don't care about it anymore. I just don't care about it much anymore. It's lost to me, it's lost its appeal. Because it's all the snobs like Shane Lee and Youth Man. It's all those snobs. And they give home theatre a bad name. They give it a bad name. You don't see Youth Man drinking when he's watching a movie. Or like, it's always some bullshit, just so he can sell something. I'm not here selling anything. Oh, he looks. Oh, that. Oh. Yeah, that's probably how I would, if you're in his shoes, think, fucking hell, I'm fucking furious now. Damn. Still, even though I'm 3 dB minus, I still get that sound of the Foley footsteps and all that over when he's going through the water. See where the character is. You've got to know how these films work and how Foley should be, and you know, you've got to listen out for it. Because they play this shit over and 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 over until they think they got it okay. It's interesting how they come up with a design and the sound. It means I've got to put the air conditioning on. Okay, it's just this. I don't like this fucking room. I fucking hate it. This fucking equipment rack is too hot on this side. Feels like I've got the radiator turned on. It's not even winter time yet. Reminds me of that fucking heat wave. Yeah, it's what equipment you got in a rack and what part of equipment puts out the most heat. Because you could have something that's very small and it puts out a heck of a lot of heat, and you got something big and it doesn't put out as much heat. These Dolby SDUs put out quite a bit of heat. They pump out quite a bit of heat. No fucking joking. Put your finger on it and I'll tell you, you're going to get a blistered finger. See, even the front of that faceplate there, bloody hell. How many seconds can I hold up my hand there, hold it on it? The 7 second test. It's gradually cooling down because it hasn't got direct sun heat warming up the bloody pavement where you can't walk your dog because they get blisters on their paws, poor things. This card's pulled out now, but like it says, hot. Don't put your finger on that, or even or even on these VGA voltage control amplifiers. You'll soon take your finger off of it. You'll get your finger blistered. It takes about a couple of minutes for this to cool down. But that's the hottest card in the unit. There's no room much in the way to put a little cooling fan inside, so it could keep it cool. There's not enough room really inside that processor to put anything like that. I forgot what card. I think this is the it's the 150E, the 150E card, isn't it? Same card I got on the CP200. And I got how many? 1, 2, 3. I got 3 cards to go in that CP200. Three different types of card. I can still feel the heat coming off that. Put it back in. See, this is what you don't see on Youth Man channel. You don't see any hot tech like this. Push it back in. That's cooling down. That's cooled down now. I like it. That sound effect when tightening it up sounds like the Towering Inferno. When they were putting the bare wires for the explosive timer, and they're unscrewing the things and putting in wires and then tightening them back up. How long are you going to set it for? 5? I think we can make that. Yeah, just need some sort of cooling thing on that to keep it a little bit cool, keep the temperature down. By so many Celsius, or so many degree. There's just not enough room inside that. The next processor that gets warm and hottish is the Sony STDS, and of course the card in the CP200, the Cat 150E, or the Cat 150, or the 150E. I think the other cards are they're just a little bit different. They were 150. Is it 150C? No, D. Is it the 150D? I think it's the 150D. It's got a different design. The 150F is almost a little bit similar to the 150E, except a few minus component differences, and well as matrix steering and so forth. It's got a little different circuitry. But I don't care.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to make a Tommy Lee Jones sound. He seems furious there. See, I can still hear that shit, and I've got the air conditioning turned on. Crikey. You just need to follow a few simple guidelines for your home theatre to be top dog. You know, not Top Gun, top dog. Just a few simple, that's all. But there ain't enough JBL cinema speakers on eBay, so I mean it's like, yeah. Women and JBL speakers first. There's not enough lifeboats on eBay. Damn. Because there's no logic buying a brand new speaker that says this bullshit, that bullshit, blah blah blah. It's still got the same typical frequency response, isn't it? And you know what was funny when I saw some guy bragging about some bullshit bloody subwoofer he got, something like a Godzilla load of nonsense, and I was thinking, bloody hell, why didn't he do a video before, or do something before he did the video? Because, you know, seeing the frequency response just rolling off, and I'm thinking, yeah, okay, my JBLs do that, okay, there's a reason. Did he do all the other check tests that YouTubers do not do? Youthman, he doesn't do those tests. Shane Lee, he doesn't. The cowboy guy, he doesn't do those tests. Do you check the amplifier frequency response? Do you check the entire B chain? There may only be one YouTuber on this entire platform, but I don't know where that video is, and he's probably tested all through the B chain to see why, you know, because you're chasing, you want it flat, linear. But don't forget the film mix has got a roll off on it. You record and measure real world sound in a single 1 hour on a video. Go out, bus, car, train, I don't care which. You record the real world, and you look at that frequency response when you get back home. It's going to be like, that ruins every bloody Blu-ray Kaleidoscope movie that you've got. It ruins it. Why do they filter these bloody things, huh? But loudspeakers can't reproduce every single little bit. It's not possible. You only get small portions, and then it's like, where are all these other low frequency sounds coming from in the real world? Where are they coming from? You got to go hunting, looking around for it, because it could be yards away from where you are, and but it doesn't press on your body. You can see something there. It's like you got a Star Trek tricorder, and you can see like, there's something low there. But where? Is it that direction? That direction? Where's it coming from? Unless you know where, because you're on a specific vehicle and you know that vehicle or whatever is going to do something. Infra, base, mid-base, mid-range, the whole smack. I find virtual reality, frankly, my dear, I find it to be creepy and a total abomination, and frankly, I don't care for it. I don't want it. Because we may only have 13 years left. Things like that movie, iRobot, that movie's fantasy, but you see these robots now, the way they do this, woo, that's creepy. Ugh. That's more creepy than the movie The Terminator, because in the movie it's very limited to what you can see in the movie. But now it's like looking at that movie iRobot, and the way that movie was done 20 years ago, and the way they're jumping around and it's creepy now. We're in the hands of people that are going to they're going to cause their own demise and everyone else's demise. Whether the United States goes first, and other countries might go second, third and fourth and fifth. And the animals are the only ones that are going to be still around and think, oh dear, we don't have to run scared now, do we? We haven't got these insane, deranged, psychopathic hunters chasing us anymore. They're going to feel quite relieved. How or which way Met, that's MIT, are predicting the demise or the end? For their sake, they better be right, because they'll probably go first. Ugh. Might be robots that AI robots will see us as a threat. But those robots, I don't know. Oh, can you destroy them? Bring it down to our ground? And disturb? Well, if you throw EMP around everywhere, that's going to mess up everything that's electronics. Can get into a very messy affair. Why the fuck am I talking about AI? I don't know. Because I don't know. I just don't like the way, if they're going to use AI for sound and all that, you can't bullshit me, because I know I can hold this remote or hold. Depends on what the surface is made of. We're not making much of a scratching sound there, but this has got a different type of surface. Can AI do that? I don't think so. Because it's not possible to have a speaker there, and there, and there. It's impossible. They're always on the walls, behind the screen. Or you could put even if you put a speaker built into the seat, but you can't make it move around. It's not possible. It's impossible. But it's not impossible to design something, but then it would be noisy. If it were like a tiny little thing, like a drone speaker, and it's buzzing around, but then you're going to hear the noise of the bloody propeller or the blades making a noise, so that's impossible. It's impossible. where we are positioned. I'm not sure if you can hear. I'll turn that AC off. On and off, I don't know. Temperature outside is cooler, the ambient temperature is down. Did I finish that drink? I most certainly did. And the only thing I've got is the saliva in my mouth. Try and keep it moist. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm getting a little depressed running this movie thing now. I'm getting a little depressed. Getting a bit depressed. I want to beef up those surround. Did I turn the, or did it switch back on? I forgot. Completely forgot about that. Is it switched off or on? Oh yeah, switched off. Oh, so I switch it. And the enable, it's switched off enable. Otherwise I can turn it back on. So it just lower the lower dynamic range and raise it up several dB. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I like that percussion sound. Wow, it's the end of the rat sewer there, or whatever it is there. God's sakes, don't swim here. Toxic waste. I love it. Yeah, simple little things. Simple little thinking little things, you know. You're going to get Shane Lee and Youth Man totally bullshitting everybody. I don't know why. Why would they want to BS everybody? I don't get it. What do they stand to gain from it? And why are Dolby Labs bullshitting everybody for past 15 years? 15 years of total bullshit. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I know where the speakers are located. I know what the sound is capable of coming out of those speakers, be whether it's pink noise or a bloody soundtrack where it's having the frequency response manipulated, where it can make it seem sometimes like it's there, or it's kind of up there, or it's kind of down in that sort of position, where the speakers are just physically in that position. But where's all the below surround? Where's all that? Huh? They should have done that 15 years, if not a little bit earlier. You You know, you see all these dedicated whatever home theatres, and they don't seem to think of like putting something else into the system, because they just follow every brainwashed forum member on AVS forum. I thought Americans had Independent Day. I thought they were independent thinking. I must have been misinformed. They just follow, like Dolby and everybody else, DDS. They just follow the same pattern. Yeah, even if it's matrixed and it's in floor surround, even if it's matrix, it still adds a little bit of tension to everything. But it's not always going to work unless it's done discreetly. And then you place certain things, certain sound, music and such, and you can really play with it. And then think, I hope everybody likes it. Mm-hmm. It's like there's no sound on the surround at the moment, even though they're running through these corridors, these in the waterfall. There's no sound now on the surround. Fades out in a sec, fades out from the mix. But there will be echo, a very, all that sound is up on the stage channel, but it should also be in the surround to create that acoustic, and as maybe below, and you got to think where the sound frequency is going to be mostly. And if the characters were to change their position, you got to artificially move that sound. So there's no surround on the exterior, apart from those fucking motorbikes going up down the road illegally. Idiots. It's a 30-mile speed limit on this road, not 70 mile an hour. 70 mile an hour and you should get your license taken away, banned for life, never to ride or drive a vehicle ever again for the rest of your natural days. You go over that limit, you're off the road, because you can't be trusted. Only emergency services and such should be allowed. Or if you got an emergency and it's paramount, then yeah, you got an excuse. But when it is no excuse, you're off the road. That's how you clean up the trash. That's why social society is heading, possibly by 2040. We've had our chance. Doesn't mean everyone's, deserve, but I think for a percentage of the majority versus everyone else, I think that everyone else should be allowed, and everyone else should be, because they don't deserve. There are a lot of evil people that hunt and kill animals. They don't deserve. The most sick thing I saw this week were two arsehole Americans hunting a bear and two cubs that done no harm to anyone, and they kill them. They're just bastards, Americans. That's all they are. Low life. They don't deserve their firearms, and they don't deserve their amendment or constitution rights. People that do that should be, people that hunt animals should be also put to the same death as they killed those animals. They should be given the same treatment, execution, and no pity and no remorse. Yeah. I'm not like all the rest of you arseholes out there. "13 years, and it's soon going to get down to 12 years, and I won't be. Hopefully, I won't be around to see that. Hopefully, I'll be long past, because it would just be ugly. You just look at everything now. Riots are getting worse and worse. Protests are getting more unfriendly and worse and worse. Ain't going to change. And it's the arsehole government that's driving everybody potty crazy. And all these stupid amendments. You know, if I were a president, I would have those amendments and that constitution put into a paper shredder and destroyed. It's outdated. If you kill an animal, you deserve the same. Yeah, I don't know why I get into these things, into these random rants. I don't see all the other YouTube. Yeah, they just hold their ground, talk their bullshit about everything. But you know, it's like I'm watching a violent movie with all this gun shit in this movie. Fucking everywhere I'm looking, there's fucking guns. Does that turn you people on? Huh? It's depressing. It is depressing. Oh, you know what? Fuck's sake, I'm turning it off now because I'm sick and tired of seeing this crap. So, which fugitive? Well, frankly, I don't care. Frankly, I don't care. I'll do another video. I'll do another random ranting, lettuce diarrhea, explosive diarrhea live video. I'm turning this one off now. I'm going to start another one up. Complete random. because everything is random in this. Everything is upside down and turned around, twisted and back to front. You don't know how sick I feel about this whole social society. Not the world, social society, which is us. The rest of the world, with animals, marine life, insects, the bees, they are A-OK, except for us. 2 thumbs down, I give social society. Times infinity.